Hi there, this is Reynaldo Soriano from Enlightened Super Trader Education. Welcome to the weekly market update. Um, just a couple announcements before I'm gonna analyze looking at the Dow. Tomorrow, so April 16th, I'm gonna have, or my topic for tomorrow will be tips on how to use dojis when trading, and also giving some tips on how basically I buy in at a good entry price, and could be also be used pretty much as stop losses. So the objective mainly for this workshop is to show you what are dojis, when are they used, why are they formed that way, yeah, and how other patterns are being formed with the use of a doji as well, and how you can basically enter in the wholesale price using doji, and give you some live trading examples and more. And lastly, are mainly the trade alerts, or the ones that are actually some of the members that are profiting from or benefiting from. So, say for example, last Friday, part of the trade alert is to short the euro against basically the yen. So you can see here very clearly that entry point 99.40 or at market price, stop 100, targets 97.18, 96.33. If you've been following the marketplace, especially like say the currencies, they are actually all two targets have been taken. The Aussie USD, all targets got taken pretty much in a flash, in which I will now show you on what happened based on the marketplace. There's really nothing in terms of news based on the market fundamental things in the US, but I believe it's just mainly in terms of selling, the profit taking. There was already actually a signal pretty much last Friday as part of that is to basically short, and also there are tips of the trade on what to look for and how you can basically be with the marketplace as well. And when they're entering, you enter. If they're selling, they're selling. If you're buying, you're buying, right? So yeah, across the board, pretty much on what happened today. On average about 1 point close to 2%, actually more than 2%. So the Dow was down 1.79%, and then the S&P 500 was down 2.3%, right? It's huge, and there was already pretty much a sign last Friday that there's going to be some form of selling to the downside, and how massive that's going to affect, basically that I didn't know in order for that to drop. But to short any basically of the futures index, which actually was phenomenal as well. So, and then the NDX, or the Nasdaq 100, is pretty much down more than 2% as well. Okay, now going through looking at Dow Jones here. Overall, based on broader market perspective, see how last week was actually very bullish. Technically speaking, when something is very bullish based on price action, the continuation to the market to the upside is more than likely to occur, but that didn't happen. The monthly chart as well, you can see here we're looking at a gravestone doji. If it finishes like this by the end of the month, then definitely I'm going to continue to short it on my perspective. And the reason for it is that it is a stabilization point of view, creating a new higher high, and the next logical explanation step for the market to do is to correct itself all the way down. Where can I see it? All the way back to 14,198 and around the 14,000, around these levels. Okay, looking at daily, the daily dropped all in one go, and after everything that it did, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, dropped pretty much all in one day. So what are the odds and probability that this may continue to drop? Highly probable, but there's also a probability that this is also going to correct itself in a smaller time frame. Alright, so it's my take on it for the week. My take on it is that there's still a probability medium term that it can drop, right? But still the market is on an uptrend. So in terms of a medium term part of this week, it could rebound back up 14.7 around this level, or about halfway around this part, which is a good supply between those two. 14.7, but 100 pips or 100 points to the upside, and it will all be dictated on what we'll do pretty much at the end of the week. So from a higher high, creating a new higher low, then a new higher high. Alright, so that is my weekly market update for the week. And if you actually were long still, you basically got taken out. And look at that. It's too powerful. It's still very powerful at this point, but the overall trend is still an uptrend, whether we like it or not. So from a higher high, higher low, higher high. Actually, just very briefly, let me have a quick look. Yeah, around the 14.1 on a bigger perspective, on a bigger scale. Okay, delete that. Yeah, so odds and probability to stabilize the price around 14,563. There are different levels actually. Now it's currently at 14,599. So about 1450, 1460, a good demand, and stabilize before it may continue to go further up, back up to around 14.8 or so. Alrighty, and that is it pretty much for my weekly market update. Hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you either one of the webinars or being one of part of the Trade Alert membership, or being part of a student. Alright guys, take care until next time. Happy trading.